Lesson 11 in Access is creating a query in Design View. Pretty short lesson. Okay, first thing we got to go through is just a quick way to analyze data. So we're going to skip over a couple things. You want to open Students Table in Datasheet View. Go to Term Date. And then choose Home Filter and then Date Filters. So Home Filter, Date Filters, Before. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're just going to right click. We're going to go Date Filters. And then we want Before. Term date is on or before. We're going to go 01/01/2010. Hit OK. And then we have this here. Alright, so from here we're going to go Advanced, Filter by Form, and our dates is already set up here. Term length, we want to add 10 to this. Click OR at the bottom of the screen. We went there previous lesson. You want to go to Notes, hit the drop arrow, and then you have something new here. One is null, is not null. Null means empty. So is null means it is empty. Is not null means it is not empty. It means there's some sort of text here or some number, something's in here. It's not empty. So we're going to choose is not null. We're going to hit toggle filter. And then we'll see that you have term length 10, or, because remember hit or at the bottom, or the notes is not empty. Instead it has unlimited. So these meet the date requirements, and then either term length of 10 or the notes. Okay, so close that, and then now we're going to move to working with the queries. Okay, so you want to go create, go to query design, and we'll spend quite a bit of time here for the rest of Access creating queries this way. So you want to add some tables. So the tables we're going to add students, and that's the only one we're going to add for now. So add students, hit close, and then again expand this just like we did with the relationship window. Okay, we want to add last name. So you just double click, and you'll notice it's added down here at the bottom. So we're going to add a last name. You can also drag, which is time consuming. And then you can also hit the drop arrow over here, which I think is slower still. And then choose phone. And then we'll just go back, double click membership type. So three different ways to add them down here, but again, double clicking should be the quickest way to add them down. Alright, now from here, just show you kind of what we're working with. If you right click on query, go to datasheet view, it just gives you a quick preview of what you have. So it's pulling that information from the table. So essentially it's what we did earlier. So you can right click, go back to design view. Alright, now if you hit run, it's going to do the same thing. So we're just going to go back to design view. But when it tells you run a query, you run it up top, big red exclamation point. Alright, okay, you want to remove some fields. Click anywhere in the phone column here. Hit the down. So you want to select the column just like selecting fields in the table. You have the down pointing black arrow. Click it once, and then on this one you can't right click, you just hit delete on the keyboard. It's going to delete. It's not going to give you a warning or anything like that, and you notice up here you can't undo it. So if you need it back, just double click, add it in. You can rearrange down here also. Select the column and then you can move it, so just like we did with the others. You have the down pointing arrow, click and drag, and then back and forth. So that's how that works. Okay, running a query, like I said, you run it up top, and then if you want to save it and print it, you can right click, save. We'll just call it phone list, hit OK, and if you wanted to print, you would just go file, print, and then we'll just look at preview, and you can just see it looks exactly like it does there. It's because remember, reports are usually a little nicer looking. Alright, but that is all for lesson 11.